Hello everyone, Lady Joyful here from The Joyful Soul Creates, and today I have a penguin themed Christmas card for you. This is my Merry Monday design team card, and I will be using stamps from the cat's pajamas. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm actually going to be giving away one of these stamp sets. So to start my card, I cut down a piece of blue pattern paper with a snowflake design on it, as well as a piece of white glitter cardstock. I cut the glitter cardstock with the pink and main Scallop waves dies to create a hill border, so that will be the snow part of my scene. And then I am stamping out the penguin from the cat's pajamas polar holiday, as well as the coordinating penguin from Poochie Christmas, also from the cat's pajamas, and the little sign is from Poochie Christmas too. And I will use my Yosoo alcohol markers to colour in the penguins and the sign. There's not really a lot of colouring to do because obviously penguins are black and white, which it is when I stamped it out. I used MFT Black Licorice Hybrid ink to stamp them because that works well with alcohol markers. It also works well with watercolours. I'm using my yellows to colour in the beak and feet of the penguins. I'll actually come back and do the other one later. And then I'm using some red for the berries. The holly berries. I will also use the red on the Christmas present that the other penguin is holding and on the candy cane here. The red on the candy cane bled a little, so I tried to push it back with my colourless blender, and that actually ended up making it worse, so you'll see how I fix that in a little while. I'm using my lightest yellow grey to add shading to all my white areas, so the tall hat on the smaller penguin, the pole on the North Pole sign, and also on the sign itself. And now I'm trying to fix where the red bled around the candy cane. I'm adding some white gel pen just to cover over that area. I'm kind of stippling it on, and I'll actually do that again a bit later just to help cover it a bit more. I'm cutting the images apart to make them easier to fussy cut, and I just noticed I missed the berries and bow on the other hat, so I've fixed that. And then I will fussy cut out all of the images. I'm using just some cheap scissors I have. I need to get some better scissors for fussy cutting at some point. And I am turning the paper rather than the scissors as I cut. I'm making sure to leave a small white border around everything, like you would get with using coordinating dies, for example. I don't think there are coordinating dies for these stamps, but I could be wrong. The reason I'm leaving the small white border is partly because on the penguins there are some quite fiddly areas, so it would be very difficult to cut around otherwise, and partly because the smaller penguin's foot is not actually attached to its body, so if I was cutting right up to the black lines, then that foot would end up getting cut off. So now I'm adding my sentiment onto my patterned paper. The sentiment is from Lawn Fawn's Merry Messages stamp set, and I'm triple stamping it with that same black licorice ink just to make sure it's nice and crisp against the background pattern. After laying everything out, I decided I actually wanted more of the blue pattern paper to show, so I adhered the two pieces of paper together how I wanted them. That way I can make sure the whole panel is the right length that I need it to be for my card base. Just use post-it tape to hold the panels temporarily together. And then I'm using my corner chomper to round the corners. I'm using the 1/2 inch setting. I tend to chomp the corners a few times because I find there's always a little bit of wiggle room and I have to adjust it slightly to get it properly rounded. So after chomping all the corners and rounding them off, I'm going to start sticking my panels down. I'll use my tape runner on the back of the pattern paper panel, and I still have them temporarily adhered together just to make sure I get everything aligned properly when I attach it to the card base. So once the pattern paper is in the right place, I will press it down. When I'm happy with the amount of border all around, I'll press down, and then I will remove the snow panel, and I'm going to put foam tape on the back of that to pop it up. And then I will line that up as well and press that into place on the card base. Then I need to attach the sign and the penguins. I'm using a mixture of foam tape and tape runner for these, depending whether they are over the pattern paper or over the glitter cardstock. And I'm even making sure to add tiny little pieces behind those narrow areas of the hat, because I wouldn't want them to get squished in the post if I post this card to someone. And there I'm putting the tape runner on the bottom of the penguin because that will be sitting against the glitter cardstock, the snow panel. And when I place the images, I'm trying to bear in mind making a visual triangle with them, because that's more appealing to the eye. Which is why I chose to position the elements how I did. They don't stick brilliantly to the glitter cardstock, so I did weight them down afterwards to make sure they would hold properly. And that completes the card. You can see finished pictures here and also over on my blog. And about the giveaway, this is the stamp set I will be giving away. It's the Cat's Pajamas Polar Holiday stamp set. The giveaway will be running until the 5th of October, and you can find full details over on my blog, to which there is a link below. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll press the subscribe button. You can also see another card I made with the Polar Holiday stamp set here, and there's also another video that I made recently. Thank you for watching. Bye!